the review of reading. This is the last review of reading. That is the topic, generalizing class. Do you know what is a generalization?
Una generalización.
That is in Spanish, but do you know what is that in English? Do you remember that when we talk about generalizations, we talk about valid generalization and also we talk about faulty generalizations? Or not?
No.
Yes, no. Okay, so here we have it. What is a generalization, Rebecca? Read the definition, number 1.
A generalization is a word, statement, or rule that applies to many examples.
A generalization is a broad statement. Excellent. And generalizations, it says broad statements about someone or something. You can be talking about a person, you can be talking about an object or any topic. So you give your like opinion, you are giving a broad statement. Now we can have 2 generalizations. It can be valid and faulty. Let's read this. Valid generalization, Rebecca.
A valid generalization is supported by facts in your own knowledge.
And faulty generalization is the contrary, is not supporter. So valid generalization, it's by fact, something that it's true, class, something that it's true. And faulty is something that it's false, like true and false when you are doing the exam. So valid means true and faulty means false, that it's not supported by facts. So we have some.
For example, in the exam.
What happened in the exams?
We can use that so is a real so a real things that really happen. Faulty.
That's right.
That is a generalization.
Excellent. So for example, here we have one example that it says many veterans are brave. This is an example of a generalization. It says many veterans are brave. It might be true or it might be false, but it's a generalization. How can we recognize if it is true or false? According to a keyword. The keyword in this case is many, and most veterans are glad the very have served their country. So this is another example of generalization, but most is the word that it classifies if it is valid or faulty, this generalization. So we need to study the signal words to identify if it is valid or faulty. Tell me, Rebecca.
How can I identify what is faulty of many or most?
Okay, that is a good question. Now, in this slide, we have here, let me share here. It's the words. Do you remember that you copied this chart in your notebook?
Yeah.
We copied this. Yeah, so we need to memorize, we learn by heart when it's valid and when it's faulty. When we have keywords like this one, like valid generalization, like some, you're saying some, must, might, sometimes, often, probably, typically, many, rarely, and few. If in the sentence you see one of these words, when you are making generalization, you include one of these words, it's a valid, it's true. It might be true. If you say many students like math class, for example, many students like math class. It might be true, right? Because I'm using the word many, so it's valid. It's valid, yes, it's valid, it's true. But what happened when it's false? Faulty generalizations, we say. Because I'm saying many, some students. I'm not saying the oldest students. I'm saying just many. It can be a group of students. Now, when it's false, when you say everyone likes the math class, that's not true. No, everybody likes that class. Nobody likes math class. It's not true because I know that some of you like it. So it's false. It's faulty. All the students love math. It's not true. Not all the students of 4th grade C love math. Some students, yes, but not all. So that's why it's a faulty generalization. It's false. It's not true. None always and never. So all this, just as you can notice, we have less words for faulty generalization. We have more for values. So this is this chart is important for you to memorize, to learn, to identify, because in the exam I can include a sentence like this. Most kids prefer fruits to vegetables. It's valid or faulty, this sentence?
Valid. Valid.
It's valid. How do you know that it's valid? It's true.
But have must.
Must, that's right. So you already know that must is a keyword. We know most kids prefer fruits to vegetable, and it's true. And it's true. We can identify it's true. If I ask all of you to say, if you prefer eating a broccoli than eating an apple, which one are you going to prefer, class? The broccoli or the apple?
Apple.
Apple. Apple. Raise your hand if you prefer the apple than the broccoli. Raise your hand. Hands up. Hands up. Kiara, thank you. Mia, thank you. Lucia, Gabriela, Rebecca, thank you. You raise your hand. Okay. So the rest, you prefer the broccoli? Alberto, you prefer the broccoli than the apple? No? So raise your hand. Santiago Chavez, you prefer the broccoli? Andrea, Ana, the same for you? Oh, no, right? So as you can, thank you. You can put down your hand. Put down your hand. Now, as you can notice, it's true. You prefer the apple because it's a fruit than the vegetable that it's the broccoli or another vegetable. So it's true. So it's valid. It's true. So we can say here we can say valid. Valid. It's true. And also you have the keyword must. Now here we have another one that says some people are afraid of clowns. Is it true or false? Valid or faulty?
True.
It's true. Do you know that?
True. But have some.
Yeah.
Valid.
It's valid.
It's true. It's true. So it's valid. Remember, the valid is the same true. True or false? If you say true, you're saying that it's valid.
I was afraid of clowns.
Yes. When I was a kid, I was afraid, but now no. So it's true. That it's true, class. It's true. This. So we say true or false. See, if it is true, it's valid. If it is false, it's faulty, class. Excellent. Now let's see another example. We have many boys play soccer during recess. Many boys. True or false?
True.
It's true. So it's valid, right? If it is
True
it's
means.
valid. Many boys. All boys love to play soccer.
Or the number two,
False.
like
Valid.
Valid. All the
False.
boys love to play soccer.
No, false.
balls.
Oh, it's faulty. Not all the boys. Not all the boys love to play soccer. Raise your hand if boys, just boys. Raise your hand if you love to play soccer. Raise your hand. Okay, Khaled. Just Khaled, raise your hand. Just boy. Thank you, Andrea. But just boy, because we're talking about boys. All boys love to play soccer. Just Khaled. Look there. So it's faulty. It's fault because just Khaled loves to play soccer, and the rest of the Danny also. The other boys, they don't like it. And Danny. But Marcelo didn't raise their hand, so it means that he is a boy. He didn't love to play soccer, so it means that it's faulty.
Y a mí también me gusta básquet. Me gusta béisbol.
Different sports, yes. So as you can notice, we can check. We can check and we can support our answer just as you see here. Just by asking, I can identify that it's faulty. Now let's check this class together. Let's see if they are valid or faulty according to the keyword. For example, sometimes I forgot where I put my kids. Sometimes it's a keyword. And this is a valid generalization. How do you know that it's valid? Because sometimes it's valid. It's valid. Now, some of the students like to play basketball. What is the keyword, class?
Students.
Some, that's right. Some is the keyword. And this is true or false?
It's
true, so it's valid. That's right. It's valid. Everyone wrote the exercises on the notebook.
What is wrote?
Wrote. It's the past tense of write, to copy.
Bro.
They
Oh.
are
Mm,
everyone.
Everyone. And this, listen one more time. Everyone wrote the exercises on a notebook. It's true or false that all the students or everyone wrote the exercises?
it's
But
true.
Can I true means?
It can be
in
true.
Way,
It can be true, but if you don't have a notebook, you have to write in a page.
Miss, can
Mhm.
I prove
Yeah,
that
it's
our faulty
faulty.
this way, but have the word everyone?
Okay, I can check this. It can be true or false, but it's faulty because I can open all your notebooks and I'm going to find at least one student that didn't copy the exercise. That just copy one and the rest didn't copy, so it's faulty. It's not everyone. Everyone includes all. Now, number 3, some of the students didn't do the homework.
Mm,
Some of the students
Some are some
Some, that's right. Some. It's
Some.
valid or faulty?
valid.
It's
Well,
valid, that's right. It's valid.
no, it's
Some.
valid because some of the students didn't do the homework.
Yes, it's true. Some of the students didn't do the
But I
homework.
do the homework.
Sometimes
Yes.
the centers are ugly, but not all the persons do one thing and like it, not only for the word.
Yes. So it's like you say in Spanish. Some of the students, algunos de los estudiantes no hicieron la tarea. Algunos, but I'm not saying all of them. So it's true. It's valid this. That's why. But if you say everyone, todos, you are including todas las personas. Everyone, everybody. Now, number 4, all of us use the time wisely.
Are all and are
Faulty.
faulty.
It's faulty, that's
Faulty.
right. Why it's faulty? Because not all the people use the time wisely. Some of them might be sleeping all the day, so that is not using the time wisely. If you are sleeping all the day.
Like
Yeah.
me
Oh,
yesterday that I was sick.
Yes, Joshua, but you were sick. So when you are sick, you need to rest. You need to sleep to record all the energy and to feel better. Now today you're connected because you feel kind of better. So that is an excuse, but because we were sick. Now, number 5, most of us can go outside in recess class.
Are true and are must.
Must, it's true, so it's valid, right? So if it is true, it's valid. Excellent. Class, don't forget to practice this because I can include some of these sentences and I can ask you if it is valid or faulty, so you need to choose if it is true or false. So remember to study these words,
Miss, I think in that
like
time I am going to confuse that, but for the sentence is faulty.
Valid.
Faulty are the blah 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 blah.
Faulty, they are false. False, that it's not true. Just
I am
think about like the example that I tell you that all the students love to play soccer. So you think about all the students love soccer, and if the
No.
answer is no, so it's faulty.
Okay.
But if the answer is yes, so it's valid. But it's not true. Not all the students love soccer, so it's faulty. It's false. Yes. Okay, let's continue practicing here. Remember that also we have these examples that you copy in your notebook. And it says many animals eat salmon. What is the key word in many animals eat salmon, class?
Many.
Many. That is the key word. Don't forget this. And what
The
if it is
cat.
valid or faulty?
Faulty.
Many animals eat salmon.
Oh, valid.
It's valid. Yeah, some animals eat. Many animals eat salmon. It's true. Number 2. What is the key word in number 2, class?
Birds never eat. I think I never.
It's false.
Yes,
And
and
not
it's
false.
false. That's right. Faulty. So if it is false, it's faulty. Never. It's not true. They can eat up because in number 1 says many animals eat salmon. So there's animals that eat salmon. Oh, it's one in
But bears eat salmon.
Valid.
So that's why it's false. Mhm.
And honey,
Honey.
like Winnie Pooh.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
Valid.
It's a good example. Number 3, valid. Why is valid?
There is
There
someone
is someone,
someone of area.
Why is
many,
valid?
many.
It's valid.
Think
No, never.
everyone.
Everyone. Okay, if it is everyone, what is valid or faulty?
Faulty is faulty.
It's faulty because it says there is seldom enough
Never.
sounds for everyone, so we have everyone. It's faulty, right? Okay, here it's everyone. And then we have not everyone can catch salmons.
Eric is faulty.
Everyone and are faulty.
Valid.
Faulty
Valid.
and everyone. Yes.
Faulty, that's right. We have everyone. We
I know
completed
it's
this,
just
right? We
faulty
completed
porque
this. And your notebook. I remember that it was about salmons for all the story. Okay, great, perfect. So it's just checking the words. Remember, here we have the words also here. Here we have again the signal words. Now let's read this. Let's try to read this together to identify if it is valid or faulty on this story. So we have born to fly. Marcelo, help me to read, Marcelo. I don't know if you can read it.
When want to fly. When Barry I Markham was just 3, her parents left England to start a farm in Kenya, East Africa. Most European farmers were kid successful in Kenya, but Barry's father found his talent in breeding and trading horse. Barry's life was always full of interesting adventures with some dangers of European farmer may have been sent to school in England. Barry was raised in Africa. She learned to speak several African languages and hunted wild game with a peer. She became a horse trainer like her father. Later, she learned to fly an airplane and became a bush pilot. Few women in the 1000s, I don't know cómo decir,
1930s.
1930s had the adventures that Barry did. She became the first person to fly a plane solo, non-stop from London to North America. She wrote a best-selling book about her experience called West with the Night.
Thank you, Marcelo. Thank you, Isabella, for helping Marcelo with the excellent, excellent. Now here on this story, there were included some of the generalizations, some generalizations. So number 1, it says, which word in the first paragraph signals are generalization? So in the first paragraph is this, from when burial until horses. So we have some words, when, must, Kenya, or just. Which of these words is an example of a generalization, a signal word?
Yes,
Must, letter B, right? So that is the word must. Why not? Kenya, it's a place. And just, well, that is not a keyword. Excellent. Number 2, which of the following statements is a valid generalization from the first paragraph? Again, from the first paragraph, we have some sentences. And we need to choose which one is a generalization. Number 1, Beryl's parents moved when she was 3. Number 2, her father became a horse breeder and trainer. Number 3, her father always disliked farming, or most European farmers did quite well in Kenya.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Okay, go.
Thank you.
Who knows the answer, class? Which of these sentences it has a keyword that it's a valid generalization?
The last ones.
Last one, most European farmers.
Yes.
What is the key word that you identify that this is a valid? The word must, that's right. Look at this other sentence. They don't have a keyword, but here, this sentence, yes, it says must. So this word, here we have it, must, here, according to General Jacobs, it says that must. It's a sign of words to valid. So it's a valid generalization, excellent. Number 3, which
Teacher.
word in the second paragraph signals are generalization? Which of these words is an example of generalization, class?
Teacher,
Signals. Marcelo.
this day, si vamos a tener ESL.
If you're going to have ESL today, yes, you're going to have it. You have now the new ID, Zoom ID.
En la anterior semana y esta not present.
Yes, but today you might have it. You might have it. So use the new ID, Zoom ID, so you connect to your class.
I don't know Marinians.
Number 3, who knows the answer? Number 3. Just Rebecca is participating. Marcelo, the same people. Galer and Joshua.
Is either via.
Letter B, always.
Yes.
Why always?
Yes, I love it. Always.
Why?
It's faulty.
An example of generalization.
Okay, that's right. Here you see in the chart, it says always. It's a faulty generalization. So that is signal word. It tells you that it's a faulty generalization. Number 4, which of these statements it's a faulty generalization, class? Barry had many adventures. Barry was raised in Africa. All horse trainers learned to fly, or flying was one of the bird's many adventures.
The age. All horse trainers learn to fly.
That's right, letter H. What is the key word that it helps us to identify that it's faulty?
Oh.
Oh, that's right. You see, here it is. All. It's a faulty generalization. And number 5, which word in the last paragraph signals are generalization? Few, fly, road, or non-stop? Valerie.
I think that is few.
Few. That's right. That is the answer. Few. Fly is an action. Remember, to fly. Road is the past tense of riding, and non-stop, that it's continue. Go ahead. So few is the keyword. And also you see that it says few as valid generalization. Excellent. Questions so far about this class, about this
No.
generalizations, valid or faulty?
I think only we're going to memorize these words and what is generalization faulty and valid.
Valid and faulty, yes. To remember the keywords for valid and for faulty. Study this chart, class, study this chart. And just remember it. If it is something that it's true and it contains one of these keywords, so it's true, it's valid. If it is false and contains one of these faulty signal words, it's faulty, class. Yes? Okay, so if you don't have any questions and no comments,
Bye-bye.
we're going to stop here. So see you later. Go ahead.
Bye.
Bye.